welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to make this cute baby whale. This is not my original design, it's been on the internet for quite some time, but this is how I made them. So let's begin. For the tutorial I'll be using velvet yarn, but you can use acrylic yarn. I'm using 4.5mm hook. So to begin, first we are going to make a magic ring with 7 stitches. You can use either way, but I'm using the chain 2 method for the magic ring. Start by making 2 chains, and into the first chain you are going to insert the hook and make 7 single crochets. So now we have completed our first round, and to begin the second round we are going to make an increase. We are going to make 2 single crochets in each of the 7 chains. So by the end of the row you'll be having 14 stitches. Make sure that you go through both the loops when you're making the single crochet. If you have a stitch marker you can use it, but since I do not have one, I'm using the tail. So you'll be doing 2 single crochets in 1 chain. Okay, so now I have reached to the end of the second row, and to begin the third row we are going to make 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets in the next chain. So by the end of the third row you'll be having 21 stitches. So now I'm at the end of the third row, and now let's begin the fourth row. So for that we are going to do 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets in the next, and another single crochet. So normally in the other videos you may have seen the increase will be done as single crochet, increase, but I'm not going to follow that pattern, because the work will be more neater if you do this, do the increase this way. So you're gonna make 1 single crochet and then you're gonna increase and then make another single crochet. Row 4 is almost done, and woohoo, we are starting the next row, and we are gonna follow single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, and then increase. If you have any doubt or questions, please comment down below. I will help in any way possible. And yeah, we are at the end of the 5th row. Now for the next row, we are just going to make single crochets. So we'll be doing this for 6 more rows. So you'll be having 35 stitches at the end of the 6th row, and for the 7th row also you're just going to continue doing the same thing. Okay, so now I have finished my tail, so I'm using another color strand as my stitch marker. Just don't think about it. So now I have finished making 6 rows, 6 more rows of single crochets. So 1 2 3 4 5, and then we started to make single crochets only for 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows. So you must be on your 11th row now. So next we are going to attach the white yarn. So for that we are going to undo the last stitch, and then we are going to make a single crochet, like insert the hook, pull up a loop, but without finishing the single crochet we are going to join the white yarn, and then we will finish the single crochet. Okay guys, now we have to make this ridge like thingy. If you can see it clearly, I'm not sure, but yeah. So to do that, instead of going through both the loops, we'll be making single crochets only through the back loop. So this is the front loop and this is the back loop. So we are going to work our single crochets only through the back loop. So for this round, you are going to make single crochets around, and by the end of the row you'll have 35 single crochets. I've done a few single crochets. Can you see the ridge? It's not visible. Yeah, you can see it slightly. So we have to get the ridge in order for us to make the fin, and yeah, it kind of looks nice when it has the ridge like that. I don't know whether it's called a ridge though. Anyways, so just continue doing it, and yeah. Oh, and you can also make a knot to secure the 2 yarn tails, because yeah, it won't get loosened, but yeah, it's better to make sure. So make few knots. I'm making I think 3 or 4 knots here, and then yeah, continue doing single crochets on the back loop only. Now we are at the end of row 12, and this is how the whale looks. Now we are working on decreasing rows. Oh yeah, make sure you have 35 stitches. Count, count, count. The reason that we have 35 stitches is we did increases only up to our 5th row, and then we just made single crochets around which didn't make any changes for the stitch count. Okay, so now I have 35 stitches and we are going to start decreasing. Make sure that you are going through both the loops now. And to make the next row, we are going to do single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, and in the next we are going to single crochet 2 together. So you are going to go through the next 2 front loops and then pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both loops. Again, you are going to repeat doing the same thing. 3 single crochets, and in the next one you are going to single crochet 2 together. This is going to result in decreasing the number of stitch count, and by the end of this row you'll be having 28 stitches. Okay, so this is row 13, and in this row we are going to make single crochet, decrease, and then single crochet again, and repeat it until we reach the end of the row. To start the row 14, we are going to make single crochet, decrease, and repeat it all around, and by the end of the row 14 you are going to have a total of 14 stitches. Okay, so now it's time to do the stuffing. For this I am going to use polyfill, but you can use cotton wool if you have it. It's better to use polyfill because your whaley would be more squishy. And yeah, there is no specific way to stuff it, just stuff it until you are satisfied with it, like me, and then you stop stuffing. Now let's close this. So for the last row you are going to make decreases. Just single crochet 2 together, and you'll be repeating this 7 times, and by the end you'll have 7 stitches, which I don't think you'll be able to count individually, but that's okay. And then we are going to leave a long tail and cut the yarn. We are almost at the end of making our little wadey, so now I'm gonna use a darning needle and close the hole. So for that, there is also a video on my channel, but anyways, basically you just go through the front loops of the last 7 stitches like so in the video, and then you are going to pull the strand, which will result in closing the hole. So yeah, just look at the video and follow what I do. After that, don't cut out the yarn. You are just going to send the remaining yarn throughout your work, and then you can cut out the excess yarn. Let's make the back fin now. So we are going to insert our hook, pull up the yarn, and then we are going to make 6 chains. Now you are going to yarn over, skip 2 chains from the hook, and then make a double crochet. And then you are going to make double crochets until you reach the beginning of the fin where you started making the fin. So you'll have to do 3 more double crochets. After you reach the end, I'm so sorry, I'm going out of the frame. After you reach the end, we are going to make a slip stitch. So you are going to insert the hook at the very first chain where you started, pull up a loop and pull all the way through. Okay? Now we are going to repeat the same thing. We are going to make 6 chains. Yarn over and insert the hook into the second chain from the hook and make a double crochet, and then make another 3 double crochets until we reach the beginning of the fin, and then we end it with a slip stitch. We are just doing basically the same thing. I'm so sorry that I'm going out of the frame. I didn't know it until I finished recording the video. Sorry. I'm just making the slip stitch here. You can see it, and I just ended making the fin. That's it for the back fin. Yay! We are very close to finishing our belly. So you're gonna leave a little bit of yarn and cut it, and then you are going to hide the tails. So for that you're going to use the darning needle again, and then just send the needle through the project just like in the video, and hide the tail. So for excess yarn, when you're really satisfied after hiding the tails and making knots, you can push in the excess yarn or just cut it off. Okay guys, now it's time to make the side fins. So I'm gonna count 8 stitches from the back fin on the both sides and make the side fin. So count 8 stitches. and then insert the hook there. So this is where the ridge comes in handy. So we are inserting the hook directly into the ridge. So this is very helpful to make the fin. We are going to attach the yarn by pulling up a loop, and then we are going to make 2 chains and 5 double crochets into the same stitch, and we end the fin with 1 single crochet. So all the work of the side fin is done into a single stitch. Now I'm ending with a single crochet, as you can see, and then I'm gonna leave a little bit of yarn and cut it, and then I'm just going to weave in the ends. And we are going to repeat doing the same thing to the other side because we need 2 side fins. So yeah, guys, our valley is almost done now. We have to do the final touches. So we are going to fix 2 eyes. I'm using the B6000 glue to fix the eyes, and for the eyes I use black half beads. The bead size is around 5 millimeters. I fixed the eye around the 3rd row from the bottom, from the white yarn. And yeah, you can change the placements, but I think this place is nice. So yeah, the cookie valley is smaller, and the one I made for this tutorial is a little bit big. And we are done. Let's have a 360 look. And this is how my whimsy valley looks. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.